All right, hi guys, welcome to our team call. Thank you so much for jumping on. As always, I'm so appreciative of your time, and I know your time is so valuable. Thank you for coming together. Tonight we're going to be talking about Platinum Recap, and I don't know if my pupils are still dilated from the high of the experience, but it truly was a high. So I kind of sat back and looked at my notes, which was like an entire notebook full of notes. And I asked myself, like, what are the top 3 things that I would want to say to the team in a team call? And it was a little bit daunting, but what I came up with are these 3 things. So if you're taking notes, grab your pen. The 3 things that I want to go over tonight, and I'll probably spend the most time on number 1 is show up. Number 2 is focus on future. And number 3 is uncover needs. So show up, focus on future, uncover needs. 2 and 3 are going to go kind of hand in hand. And again, I'm going to spend the most time on number 1, which is show up. So I'm going to start with a story. Just a few weeks ago, I was invited, the master trainers that had been master training for longer than a year were invited to San Diego for a master trainer vet camp for the vets. And while we were there, we were going to be able to film the Challenge du Jour workout. Each of us who came were going to be featured in at least one of those videos. And where's Bobby? Where's Bobby at? I thought he was going to be on. So we were going to be able to shoot for a Challenge du Jour. So I had Jan book my tickets, and I wanted to spend a day with Karen McDonald, my success partner, because she lives in that area. I wanted to spend a day with her. So I was going to fly in a day early, but my flight home was going to leave a little early because I only had 2 choices. I was either going to arrive home back in Eugene at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or I was going to arrive home at midnight. So when Jan was booking the tickets, he asked me, and I was like, I might miss some of Sunday morning, but gosh, I don't want to show up I don't want to come home at midnight. So just get me home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and if I miss some of Sunday at the vet camp in San Diego, it's okay. So he booked it. So I get there early, and my boss is Barb. We call her Oprah, her Oprah Winfrey, but her name is Barb, and she posted in the Master Trainer Facebook group, "Who's coming early? I have a special project for you." And boom, like 20 of us posted, "I'm coming early." 8 of us got an email saying, because you're coming early and because you were within the first 8 to respond, I'm extending a special project to you. And they filmed 8 of us, 2 per brand. So me and one other master trainer got to film a very special video that they haven't even aired yet or edited yet, that's going to be promoting PIO certification. Because I responded quickly and because I was there early, I had this opportunity. And I had this honor extended to me to film that. So right after we filmed those, and I was still early, before we filmed the Challenge du Jour Beachbody on Demand shoot, I pulled Barb to the side and I said, "Hey Barb, I just want you to know I'm going to be leaving a little early on Sunday. Is that okay?" And she's like, "Why? Why are you leaving early?" And I said, "Well, because I didn't want to come home at midnight. And I had 2 choices. I either come home at midnight or I come home at 2, and I didn't think it was really a big deal if I just like scooted out a little early." And she's like, "It is a big deal. And I want you to be here." And I said, "Do you want me to change my ticket?" I'd already asked my husband, what would it cost to change the ticket? And he said, $200. So I'm like, do you want me to change my ticket? And she's like, you should be here. Like, you should be here. You should be here for all of it. So I called my husband and I'm like, let's change my ticket. I'll come home at midnight. Let's spend the extra $200. And she said to me, special things happen when you show up. When you're there, things happen. And so she's like, I'm not going to make you do it, but I hope you stay. So I stayed. We had Todd Durkin, who's sponsored by Under Armour, Carl Deichler, who owns our company, and Nima, who created the performance line, as our speakers during our vet camp. But guess what happened on that last day, the day that I would have left? Chalene Johnson came and changed my life. It was the day I would have left. It was the day I would have been on a plane. I would have left to be home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon instead of midnight, because midnight was inconvenient. And Chalene Johnson came and she talked to a room of like 35 of us, very intimate, very personal, and she changed my life in her lecture. And it was because I showed up. Okay, so I'll come back to that. What is Platinum Edge? Because I'm going to be touching on that in point number A. Platinum Edge is an annual conference in Dallas, Texas. You probably know that if you're on this call or you're listening to the recording, because that means you're paying attention to what's going on. But if you didn't know that, Christine Dwyer is our founding coach. She's the top of our tree, if you will, the top of our family. My business center is 5 under hers. So if you wonder where you fall in that genealogical line, you are business center 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 under her, something like that. Good position in the company. Her family is called Platinum Presenters, and she has the largest organization in the entire company. So the entire company has 380,000 coaches in the network. Write that down if you didn't know that. 380,000 coaches. Platinum Presenters is 170,000 of those coaches. We have the biggest team. We have 20 millionaires. That's the most in a team. We have 4 multimillionaires. Holly Hireman is one of them. She's my Beachbody upline. We have 22 15-star diamonds, and we are truly the most successful team. Janelle Summers, the highest earning coach in the company, part of Platinum Presenters. So that's a snapshot at what Platinum Edge is. It's an annual conference where it's not run by corporate, it's run specifically to our family, our organization. So I say this first point, not to shame any of you. I don't want any of you to feel like guilty or feel bad or beat yourself up about not attending, not at all. And to be honest, I would be hypocritical to imply that anyway, because this was my first Platinum Edge. It was my first one I've attended. So why would you guys go or know about it? So I just want to change that about our team and make sure it becomes a priority that we're there. So I thought about this. Do you ever work out when you don't want to, when you don't feel like it, or when it's not convenient? And when you do, because I know you do, when you do, hypothetically, you don't have to unmute here, when you didn't want to work out and you kill a workout, do you ever regret it? When you invest, do you ever regret that? I know that you don't. I know that Bobby, who I thought was going to be on tonight, I know that it was a big sacrifice for him. Like it was a big sacrifice for him to go to Platinum Edge. There was 8 of us from Team Play Hard that came. And I'm sure for every single one, each of us, it was in some way a sacrifice. I know Michael missed a racquetball gig that he had. Chelsea said, you know, her currency is time with her husband. And she had to sacrifice that. Her husband flew to Europe while we were gone. So she's not going to see him now for an extra amount of days. Bobby, put it on his card. He made a financial investment into something that he believes will pay back. I know we all made sacrifices to be there. And I thought about it like going to the dentist twice a year. I want us to think about going to Summit and going to Platinum Edge like going to the dentist. Or if you had a great car, which is your business, wouldn't you want to get the oil changed and take really good care of it? That's what going to these events is like. It's like getting your oil changed. Danielle Natoni, aka Fit and Funky, she told her team, do whatever it takes to be there. Sell a kidney. She was kind of kidding, you know, sell a kidney, have a garage sale, do whatever it takes to be there. And one of the people in her downline literally sold his favorite truck to be there. Someone else came all the way from Germany to be there. Let's see. You know, Karen McDonald always is like, if you owned a 24-hour fitness, wouldn't you blah, 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 blah. If you owned a 24-hour fitness, if you owned a 24-hour fitness, and this morning she was like, if you owned a 24-hour fitness, wouldn't you get treadmills? And I was thinking about when Fuji invested in spin bikes, really nice state-of-the-art spin bikes for her gym. And I'm sure it was a painful check to write. I'm sure it was a major investment because she knew that would come back her way. So
they are awesome bikes.
So when I said at the beginning of this call that point number 1 was going to take the longest, obviously I'm not kidding. 2 and 3 will be much quicker. But when I said at the beginning of the call that putting into a team call, or even multiple team calls, or multiple conversations, communicating to you guys what Platinum Edge was really like is really, truly impossible. Yes, I can give you some takeaways. Brian, Bobby, Chelsea, Jen, Heather, Connie, Michael, myself, we can try to impart what we've learned and what we experienced, but really you kind of had to be there. At Summit,
hey, Ellen.
Yeah?
Hey, Ellen. If I just want to interject add something to what you said a moment ago about like getting our oil changed.
Yeah.
About you know, taking care of us, you know, like the dentist twice a year, and just to kind of convey to people the value of it. It's more than that. It's like adding it's like adding a supercharger or the fuel additive or putting on performance tires and wheels and suspension, or replacing your struts and shocks, something like that. You know, because it just services you, but it also reinvigorates you. It re-provides you with purpose, with definition, with a goal, with an idea of direction. You know, when the whole world and everything with Beachbody can get so confusing. So it's a lot. You know, it's a really invigorating experience in that regard. Anyway, I just wanted to add that to it. So you know, it's more than just getting that oil change. It's supercharging you again to get you to go that next mile.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is actually a better analogy. Thank you so much for interjecting that. That was awesome. I was gonna go on to say that when the company has events like Super Saturday and Summit, recordings are provided. And in fact, this Platinum Edge, there will be recordings for sale, professional recordings that you can buy, or maybe I'm allowed to buy one and provide it to you. And that's great. And if you weren't there, by all means, please watch the recordings. Please watch Summit recordings and Super Saturday recordings and Platinum Edge recordings. But the truth is, there's still more when you're there, when you show up. There's still more that happens, so much more that happens. Like me extending my trip in San Diego and having my life changed by Chalene Johnson. I was thinking about Summit, and like, I can't communicate. Sitting next to Bobby when he got a firework in his eye, and sitting next to Nicole on the floor of that whatever stadium that was called, I forget right now. seeing Neil and Bobby have the opportunity to talk to Nima about the performance line. I mean, stuff happens that you can't get from a recording. And also, it cost me probably $1,500. I mean, I had to get a flight, I had to get my Platinum Edge ticket, I had to get a hotel room, I had to pay for food. It costs money. It costs money for me to go to Platinum Edge. But the value of my trip, the $1,500, the value that it's going to come back to me is so much more than that. It's so much more. Not only will the training that I was able to sit under, not only will that affect me and the way I'm able to conduct my business in a more productive, more meaningful way to grow my business, but I had 7 personally sponsored coaches there. It's going to do that for them. And it's our coaches' success that feeds ours. So little side note for the leaders, you guys need to bring your coaches with you to events. Bring your team with you. And so Brian did his first Periscope today, and it was awesome. I gave him like 400 hearts. I was like, da, 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 da. I was trying to make coffee, and I'm like trying to give him lots of hearts. He did his first Periscope today. It was really good, and he talked about the value of something sentimental, and sentimental value being more than monetary value. And he gave a couple of examples, like one was a workout jacket of his that he lost or thought he lost, and how much that sucked for him because that jacket meant so much to him. It meant more than whatever it cost him at the store. It meant something to him because it was sentimental. His Shakeology shaker, the first one I ever gave him when he became a coach 2+ years ago, it bit the dust in the airport. It got a crack in it. It was leaking all over his bag. That shaker is worth like $2, but it meant a lot to him. It had a lot of value to him, way more than $2 worth. And these events are worth exponentially more than what you pay to get there. Let's see. I think I can move on. Make sure I didn't skip anything. Oh, the other thing is, if another difference between watching a replay and being there and putting skin in the game and paying for your ticket is, I'm telling you what, during those lectures, I wasn't on Facebook. We weren't on Facebook. My bladder almost exploded like 50 times during the conference, as I'm sure others of you that were there felt the same way. I was like, I don't want to pee. I can't miss any of this. I don't want to miss 3 minutes. Because we're invested, because we paid for it. We put skin in the game. We want to we're sitting up straight. We're taking notes. We're trying, they have our rapt attention. And I don't think we can say that honestly about just watching a recording. Again, I'm not saying this to shame any of you or to like not at all. I just want to say it to say be there. Show up, be there, go to the next one, be at Summit, and leaders, bring your personally sponsored coaches with you. When I played basketball and volleyball, I had a strawberry on my knee every day. My knees were always, because I put skin in the game. It's because I wanted to be great. I always had strawberries and bruises, always on my knees and elbows. And that's what these events are like. It's skin in the game to be excellent. Okay, and so my segue to point number 2 is, and to conclude point 1, is see yourself as a legitimate business owner who invests in the future health of your business, who buys treadmills, who buys spin bikes, who has strawberries on their knees and bruises. See yourself as a legit business owner that makes sacrifices. So that will segue into point number 2, which is focus on future. And these next couple points aren't going to take very long. Focus on future. Rank, this is something worth writing down. Rank indicates past success. Success Club is your best predictor of future success. So just in case you're new and listening to the recording, Success Club is a point structure based on a calendar month. You get 2 points per challenge pack, 1 point for home direct order, 2 points total per customer ever. And we really want to hit the benchmarks of 5 or 10. Talk to your upline, find the best goal for you, 5 or 10 each calendar month. And when you're Emerald, you get success leads that are very valuable. Often it's a Shakeology customer that you've given as a lead. If you're a new coach and you hit Success Club the first 3 months of your business, you get a free ticket to Summit. Success Club drives your business forward. That's the end of point 2. I told you it was going to be quick. And I'm going to segue to point 3 with, so how do you hit it? And I mean, you know, we could go on and on about this for days, but my takeaway for how you hit it coming out of Platinum Edge is we need to uncover needs. So point 1 was show up. Point 2 was focus on the future, and meaning hit Success Club. And then uncover needs is how to be effective at hitting Success Club. So getting out of our selling mode and language and into help mode. And I love how Shalene was like, Shalene at this conference said, you know, who's your market? She's like, everyone. Everyone wants to get in shape. Like, everyone wants to be in better shape. Everyone wants to look a little better, feel a little better. Like, it's not hard to find people that want better health or that want to maintain great health. It's everyone. We talk about warm market and cold market. It's like everyone. So how do we hit Success Club? If everyone is our market, how do we reach everyone? And really, the broad strokes of some of this that we talked about at Platinum Edge is to unearth their core need. What does it speak to the need? Find it. Like, how do you find it? How do you find someone's why do they really care about looking better or feeling better or being in shape or being more regular or whatever it is? How do we unearth and uncover what that means to them on an emotional level? And then we just have to find out what we have to help that real need. What do we have to offer to meet that real need? And then I was going to just touch on this, and then I'll wrap it up. So one of the things that, and this is sort of just coming from me, one of the things that we have to offer is us. You guys all know that I got into this business for income reasons, for financial reasons. My why is I needed income. It's deeper than that, but it's financial. But I'll also say that if I was independently wealthy, never had to work, I would do this. And I would teach group fitness classes. If I didn't have to make any money, I would lead a Monday night team call. I would mentor coaches. I would recruit coaches for our family. I would run challenge groups on Facebook. I would listen to the National Wake Up Call. I would drink my Shakeology. I would do it. I would do it all if I didn't need money. Even though income is my why, I still love this. I love you. I love this family. It's not like it's always kumbaya all the time and we're like this perfect group of unflawed people, but we have an amazing thing. We are an amazing culture. The smaller teams, the large team, above me, Holly's team, Platinum Presenters, like it's an amazing thing to be a part of, and it's super attractive, our community and the love and support we have for one another. And I think when we can show people that, like give them glimpses of what we're about and who we are, maybe showing a screenshot of a team call, or I don't know, the way, I mean, you know what, when we, Thursdays, like I love Thursdays. I love celebrating rank advancement. CJ's always like, outsource that, outsource your recognition. I'm like, no, I love it. And when a new coach gets welcomed to the team, and I see 15 of you guys welcome a new coach, and half of you are saying, welcome to the family, that makes my soul sing. And so that's why I love this business. And I think we have that to offer people too. We don't just have Shakeology and great products that work. We have a family. And sometimes I run a lot of challenge groups, and then like some of you will be in there with me. You know, like it always seems like there ends up being like 4 or 5, 6 other coaches in my challenge group and some of their customers. And I think our customers that way see it. Like they're like, oh, they're on the same team and they're all talking the same language. Oh, they're in this cool thing together. What is that they have? So that's one little practical takeaway is if you're running challenge groups and you have another few coaches in there that are part of our family, I just think it shows people a little bit of that culture. Okay, let me make sure I hit everything on this point. I forgot to say one thing earlier. If you have, if you can't go because of a financial reason, let me or let your upline know and let me know. Like if you can't attend an event because of money, just let us know, because maybe there's a way that we can help. I forgot to say that earlier. Let's see. Let me make sure I hit everything before I wrap. Okay, so I am gonna wrap and give you just a quick call to action. And then I'm gonna make an announcement, and then I'll open it up to questions or for any sharing from those of you on the line that were at Platinum Edge. There's a handful of you, and that would be wonderful. So to wrap up, I wanted to just say, you gotta show up, you gotta be there. Like magic stuff happens when you're there. Bobby got on stage for 1 minute and 41 seconds with Shalene. It's because he showed up, you know? Gotta show up. Focus on future success. Christine said something really cool about, she didn't know what Premier was. She couldn't articulate at the event what Premier Coach was, but she's like, you know what, if you do all the right things all the time and you're working hard, all those like things happen. Premier, Elite, you know, they happen. So focus on future success, and then unearth the real need. Be a need finder outer, and then find out how we can help service the real need of the quote unquote customer. My call to action is go to coachsummit.com 2016, coachsummit2016.com, and get on the waiting list for Summit if you're not already on it, if you don't already have a ticket. And then if you go to platinumpresenters.com, you can fill out a little survey and get sent the link, I think, for your Platinum Edge ticket for next year. Get on the waiting list and get your ticket, and or save an envelope or a jar to save funds for yourself. And just one quick announcement before I turn it over for questions or comments. I am doing my sneak peek, which is just the webinar sneak peek. It's just a 30-minute webinar Wednesday night. If you guys are welcome, you don't have to. It's just there for you. If you want it, you're welcome to invite. I think we had 30 some odd coaches on the one I did 2 weeks ago. So you are welcome to invite to that in terms of recruiting. Brian. Okay, so you're welcome to invite to that if you want, but you don't have to. You can do sneak peeks a million different ways, and you can do them with your direct upline or however you want. Okay, so unmute, ask questions, or any of you at Platinum Edge that want to give some of your thoughts, that would be great.
I'll go. Hi, everyone. So everything Ellen said is true, and it is priceless to be able to go and spend time with your team, and to hang out with Heather and Booty, love her, and have her bumping and grinding on me, and and us almost peeing and pooping in our pants in the audience, literally, and to be able to hang out with Chelsea and Brian and just all of us. It was so great, and the stage with Bobby. I mean, that it is priceless from a team perspective. And I would just say to new coaches, the biggest takeaway is that any of you can do it. You know, Beachbody is such a large entity. If you just focus on one thing and do that one thing amazing, put one brick in your foundation, there is nothing that separates the new coach who joins today from the coach who stands up on stage as a 15-star other than time. But if you commit and you do those actions, those daily non-negotiables, you can do it. You can do it. You're there. And as a leader, I feel like my pants are on fire all the time. And it was great. I mean, I get to take it back to my staff at the gym, and I get to take it back to my team. And, you know, it's, as a leader, regardless of where you are as a leader too, whether you're a new coach and you just have one coach, I mean, there's never a bad time to go to a personal development and business building event like Platinum Edge. There's no bad time in your coaching career to go. Right, Chelsea?
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I always do that. I always share completely muted. And it's like, I say something really good and it's muted. I'm like crying, it's silent.
So what did you say?
First of all, I want to say hi to everybody, and everybody who couldn't make it, we missed you. It sucks to not have you there, but I know stuff happens. Sometimes it's financial, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes we don't go to things because, like, I didn't want to go because I didn't think I was like, I'm nobody. I'm not a 10-star diamond, 2-star diamond. I'm not a diamond. I'm almost a diamond. Woo! Like, what am I going to do? No one knows who I am. I'm not an Instagram star. What do I have to offer? And then I realized, well, duh, if I want to become one, I have to show up. I'm going to learn. I'm going to focus on me. So I had like a little bit of confidence, and also Ellen would like she would be like, no, you're coming. So I came, but I didn't want to. I just didn't feel like, I don't know. I'm working on my business every day. So I didn't want to take 3 days off to talk about what I should be doing, but it was the best 3 days, 4 days that I did for my business. And not only that, but I learned a lot about our team. Our team is full of incredible people. And now when I see Heather and Fuji, and I'm looking around on my screen, Michael and Connie and Brian, and Bobby's not here. When I see them, it's so different now. Because I'm like, oh, they were there with me. And they went through it with me. I have to run away from my 2-year-old, sorry. And I'm like, they're on my team. They're part of my family. Like, I'm with them. It's just, it's glue that put us together. And for me, like Ellen said, this was an emotional sacrifice for me. I don't get to see my husband very often, and this was my weekend with him. And I gave that up to be at Platinum Edge, but you guys are my family. And I have only ever been a number at a corporation where somebody's above me, somebody's below me, and the guy next to me is competing with me and would love to take my job down. And Beachbody's not like that. It's we're all part of a family, and we want each other to succeed and be successful. And the takeaways for this are so many that I can't right now. I can't even. But you guys, you should come to not only take your business to the next level, but your relationships with your family, with your team. You wouldn't miss your family reunion. No way. Fat to Fit Heather was just this girl on Facebook, and now she's like my sister from another mister. Jen Fuji was always this mystery girl, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, no, she's Fit Queen. I love this girl. Brian Saunders, I like, you encourage me to keep going, to keep working out. I was doing Insanity with you and Danielle and Darren. Like, I can't do that over a Zoom call. That's amazing. So I'm sorry that's so long, but get your butt to Dallas. Let's make it happen, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. We're a family. If you can't come because you have money, we're gonna find a way. That's stupid. I'm alone. I have to mute this.
Okay, we have something to say.
Please. That was awesome, Chelsea. Thank you. Hi, Reese. Connie, go.
Okay, in regard to my take home, it was really amazing working with the Team Play Hard team. And with each and every member, like, I don't know what I can contribute to the group. I just know that when I look at our diverse team, there are different people who can give us something. For example, Bobby just cracks me up, but he's extremely analytical. And if I want a very objective perspective, I'll talk to Bobby. And Fat to Fit Heather, oh my gosh. I mean, she has a different perspective and a different total experience with Beachbody, which to me makes it more real, meaning that we can touch so many different people and take different parts of each team member and help it become synergistic, meaning that we are working with different populations of people. Maybe somebody doesn't match my perspective, but I can call up Chelsea or call up Ellen or call up Jennifer Fuji and say, hey, help me with this person. What do you think? And so it was really welcoming. It was a great experience. Now, I'll tell you that when Shalene Johnson told me that my Reebok pants rocked when we were coming up the escalator, I was absolutely just like swallowing my tongue, just stumbling over my words. But from a business perspective, them giving us bits and pieces to help us in our business was extremely rewarding, and it was great. Of course, it's a little bit overwhelming right now for me personally. Just wait, he loves to take the stage. But he went up. By the way, you guys, he went up to Christine Dwyer and said, "I want to be your speaker next year because this is what I can do." Yeah, and he said, "My name." She goes, "What is your name?" He goes, "Michael Byrne, BERN."
Awesome.
I want to be your speaker. So he could be doing this right here, but we know who likes to speak. So anyway, thanks to the Team Play Hard team, the members who were there. Brian, it was great getting to know you better. And, you guys were so open to me asking my numerous questions and providing insight. And then Michael.
Everything she said. And I think I expressed earlier a little bit, of how it was just very invigorating. It just provided so much clarity, especially if you're a newer coach. That first year you go, that first time, you really begin to understand everything more, and really, you really get a grasp for how you're going to use your personal skills and just who you are to excel at this versus just trying to fit a form and try to be something that somebody else is, like Ellen or Brian. It's like, just be yourself. Be yourself and help your friends, help your family, help people and that's really what it's about. And that was a good message.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about diamond and though you're going to get those things if you believe in it and do it well. But I like the concept of just going out and helping people. Okay, I'm done.
That was awesome. Brian. Oh, sorry. Heather.
For me, it was emotional. Very emotional. A lot of skeletons were brought out of the closet that I wasn't expecting. The last day there, I actually lost it, and it was great to have the team there. I've never really connected with somebody like I did with Chelsea while I was there. I felt like I gained a sister in just 3 days, and it's something you guys should really invest in doing. Brian was awesome. I don't think I've ever connected with somebody, especially a guy like that. Walking with him and just talking with him and it was just awesome. And Connie and Mike were just great. And I don't know, it was very intimate. Sharing a space with somebody outside of my partner, that was tough. Exposing who I was unmeasurable. So all I can tell you guys is you guys should go if you can. So, and thank you, Ellen and Chelsea, for being so open for me staying with you guys.
It was our pleasure.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you decided to. You took a risk too, because you didn't know me from Adam, and you had to sleep with Bobby.
And one more thing. I had the biggest fear, and you guys all know because I shared it. Biggest fear was I hadn't flown on a plane in 15 years. And the last time I did, I was going for a court battle, and my biggest fear was having to have a seatbelt extension, and I didn't have to on the way there, and on the way back.
Woo!
So that was keeping me from going. And then just not knowing everybody, and having to open myself up. So, but I love you, Chelsea.
Let me unmute. I love you too. And I can't wait for all of us in this team to be saying what we're saying right now, or I'm like Katya and Kristen and all of us. We need those experiences together. This is not exclusive to just all of us who went to Platinum Edge. It's everybody.
It's like we're brothers and sisters. It's like we're not just friends. It's like Chelsea said, it's like a family. And I mean, being surrounded by other coaches and knowing that they're just like us. Who cares if they're 15-star? They're just like us, and we can be that, So there's nothing special about them. They're human just like we are. So go ahead, Brian. I'm chatting away.
All right. I'll just try to wrap it up a little bit by saying live events can be very powerful, and it doesn't matter how long you've been a coach or what your rank is, or if you've been at that rank for a long time, or if your team's on fire. Live events are very powerful. And I don't know if you saw, I posted in the comments there that January 9th is your next Super Saturday. So you need to make an effort to find a live event. It doesn't matter where you're at. Some of them are on Fridays, some are on Sundays. Make it to a live event. Even if you have to go by yourself, you're with like-minded people, and they're going to inspire you. The message there will light a fire under you. It'll give you some, it could give you some drive, some purpose. So get to the live events. And, that's what Edge did for me. I didn't make it to Summit this year, and I made it to Edge, and it was a great experience. And it's I left there with a great sense of what I need to do to help my business grow and to help other people. And there's so many, just briefly to touch on Edge versus Summit. Edge, like Ellen said, is for Christine's downline. It's for Platinum presenters, which we're all part of. It's unique and special training that you will not find at Summit. So I'm not saying that anything's wrong with Summit. I'm just saying you're going to get above and beyond training from leaders in this company. Ellen went over all the leaders that are part of this organization. And this is the organization that is dominating Beachbody. There's other, great people out there, but you're getting a lot of top-notch coaching from these individuals. So in live events, you go to them, make them a priority. Look at your calendar now and say January 9th, I got to find a date, or I got to find a location, excuse me. That's it, E. And I loved being with the team. That was awesome. We had a great time meeting everybody, being with everybody, spending time with everybody. We all, like Ellen said, we all make sacrifices. So I've literally been home in the last 8 days for less than 48 hours. I bet it's been crazy with my schedule. And I was supposed to get home last night at 11 o'clock, and I got home at 5 o'clock tonight, and I left at 5:15 to go to basketball. So it's just, you gotta make sacrifices. And you can ask Ellen about all the sacrifices she's made in the last 3 years. And this is not a business where you're going to get rich quick. It's all about time. You put the time in, you stay consistent. The big thing for me on Summit, you stay consistent.
Good point.
And put time in, and you will see your business grow if that's your goal. I'm done preaching.
That was great. Let's end. That was a great note to end on. I recorded all of that. I'll post the recording. It always takes me a while, especially in my new house with no internet. takes me a while to upload the recordings now, so make sure you tag your team so that they can catch the replay. And I thank you guys so much. Being on a live team call, I know not everyone can. I know even some of my diamond coaches teach on Monday nights, 2 of them. So I know that not everyone can. So this is not a chastisement, but being on a live team call is different.
Ellen.
Yeah.
I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for the time and the effort that you put in this team.
Thank you. Thank you. You're very welcome. I love you guys. Really do.
Love you too.
All right,
Okay, guys, good night.
Brian needs to go to bed and he needs to see his wife. So we're out of here.
Brian, no work.